Hi guys, today we're going to be going over the montage player and some errors and problems you might run into. For example, I can cast a spell, but I can also cast it too fast that it collides in air and like a machine gun. It's great if you want to use it this way, but it also overrides some of the abilities. If I dash, I can actually cast a spell and beat the spell. So we're going to fix that. What we're currently running is a left mouse button, and we're going to just play the montage, and it summons a spell. So we're going to replace this here. How we're going to do that is we're going to go to the component here. This could be set up into anything, any component, any interface, any character. It doesn't have to be a component, as long as you can call upon it. Uh, you need the montage that you're going to play, which you can input just like this. Uh, then we're going to branch off to a branch here. We're going to make a boolean just out of the variables here, add it, just to check if it's playing a montage already. If it is, we're not going to do anything because we don't want to override it. If not, then we're going to do it once. We're going to set it to play a montage because we're about to play a montage. We're going to get the character's mesh. If you are in a component, you can actually take the component here and set the mesh as a variable inside the component. You just get your mesh here and you set it as a variable inside the character or the component. In play rate is set to 1 all the time by default. So if you don't input anything, it's going to play 1. Now you could branch this off and add it to here if you want to customize it. It's going to take the montage rate, so how long the duration is, and we're going to delay it. So that way it'll play the whole montage without being able to fire. And when it's done, we're going to set it back that it's, hey, no longer playing a montage, and now you can set your character or whatever to default mode or idle, or if you have this set up. If not, don't worry about it. Then you set the in-play rate back to 1, so it's set to default if you wanted to. Then we take, at the end, we take this back and reset the do once. We connect it right here. This will allow us to use it again. Now, how do we set this up? Well, first off, we get rid of our montage here, and we just use this setup right here. We drag it over. So when it's pressed, we're going to check if it's playing a montage again. And if false, we set the main component here to play this montage. And then we connect it to the spell. Now the reason we use 2 of these is because if you didn't, it would not play the montage, but it would still summon the spell. So it might not run the same montage, but you could still summon spells like a machine gun. So you still have to check it to make sure that all of the code doesn't run. So we're going to compile and test. So here we are, just running it now. And I'm going to click multiple times, and it only fires it once. So it's no longer firing it multiple times, and it's no longer colliding in the air. So I'd say that part's pretty much fixed. But what happens if you want to make it more complex and more fun? Like, hey, I just got interrupted, I got hit, and I need to stop this montage. Well, we're going to go over a more complex one. Then this might look a little complex at first. It's more advanced. What we have going on here that we added was a break and a combo. Right at the start, we have the play speed. We're going to check if it's negative, less than 0. If it is, we're going to get the montage length. We're going to set this as a variable. This will get the end of the montage, and we're going to play it from backwards to forwards, frontwards, or the beginning basically. We're going to be able to play montages forward and backwards using this. It's all up to you. We're going to also check if this montage is valid. If you have an empty, or forget to even set it or anything, it won't give you errors and pop up and say, hey, you broke the game. We're also here going to check the montage if it's playing again. We covered this one. But the difference is, if it is playing a montage, we're going to go down to this, and we're going to see if we can break it or interrupt it and cancel this montage. If true, then we're going to clear any montages that were comboed and carry on. And by comboed, let's go down this track here. So we are playing a montage. We can't break it, so let's put it on the queue. We want to play the second montage. Maybe you punch with your right fist and then your left fist. So we're going to clear any previous montages that were set to play next, and we're going to add this montage right here. It comes in. It's going to be the second montage and the second play speed, and we're going to queue it up. Now, the reason we queue it up right away before finding out if we can play a second montage is because maybe you want to cancel it. Maybe you punched once and you go to punch again, but you find out that you need to dodge. Well, you don't want to be stuck following through with that second combination. You can now dodge or use another montage, and this will actually clear it and go down here and not play the connects combo. So it'll kind of remove this queued up montage. But if you didn't want to remove that queued up montage and you want to play it, we're going to say yes, we want to play the next montage. And then we're going to take the character state that comes with that montage. You can plug this in if you wanted to, just to get the character states that go with it. But like, let's say I wanted to be attacking with the next montage, or now I'm going to enter cover mode, or if I got not getting up or frozen. You can add anything really. This is just an optional thing. So this is how we queue up secondary montages. I'll show you how to activate it after. It's near the end. But back to this main branch. If we're not playing a montage, or if we are, it all pretty much goes to the same place. But the only difference is that if we're going to break it, we need to hit the reset here right away. And we need to delay it to the next tick. So that way we can then fire this do once again. So we pretty much overwritten this do once using the break. Now we're back to having it all connected here. We branch off over here to see if it's a combo. If it is a combo, we're going to just track the number. So combo, hey, we've hit once, we've hit twice. You can then count your combinations. So, hey, temporary attack counter number. If you want montage number 3 and montage number 4, this will play it based on this. It just keeps track of what current combination index you're at. Then we're going to take that and play no, because we're just summoned it, because we just checked if we had one queued up, and we found we did. So now we don't. Now we're going to play it. So we're going to play the first montage right now. If you broke it and broke the combination and didn't have one queued up, we just set it to 0. So it resets this counter back to 0. We didn't have a combination. And both meet back to playing a montage. So basically the same thing. We get our start time, but and our play rate. But the start time was based on the reversal here. Now, If you're playing it forward, the default is 0, so you don't really have to customize anything. It'll just play it, so you don't have to worry about this. This process should be automated. As long as your play speed is negative, you won't have to worry about setting this variable. It's just automatically summoned. Just in case, this does stop all montages, by the way, so it will be overwritten. This is my setup I have to summon my mesh. I keep all the body parts on a string, and then like I connect them the same way that I set them up in the main variable before in my player. This just lets me have 10 meshes or 20 meshes connected under one variable. Now we take this and we turn it into a variable here. It's the duration. The reason we do this is if it's a negative, so if it's less than 0, because we're playing it, or greater than 0, if it's, yeah, no, it's less. So if it's less than 0, we're going to actually reverse it because it's playing in reverse. We're playing from backwards to frontwards. So we don't want to have a negative delay that doesn't really exist. That would give you problems. So if it's playing negative, we're going to switch that around for the montage duration because we want it to delay enough to get to the front of the montage. Then we trigger this by the montage duration, which is set to here and here. So either way, if it's a little messy here, I hope you guys can follow along. But basically, we set the montage duration and we check if it's a negative. If true, we just reverse it. If false, we just use this one and just summon a delay. Yeah, we also, I forgot to set this here. It's a little crowded, that's why. We also reset the in time to 0. So if you had this actually fire a negative number, this will reset it to 0. So that way the next montage that you play isn't reversed by accident. So right here, I'm going to show you what happens if you want a montage to loop. So let's say you're blocking and you summoned it by a montage, not an animation state, and you want to keep blocking until you break it. So if my character's blocking and I'm playing this block montage, we go up to here, we reset the do once because we're gonna play this block again. We're gonna summon it from the component that I'm in. So basically, we're summoning this again after we've cleared the do once, and we're gonna play that block montage again on loop, and we're gonna put the speed down to 0, and we're gonna break so we can interrupt the old block montage. So it's just gonna continuously block, and this loop can be broken, remember, by a break. So if you play a montage that ends the block, it'll overwrite the loop. It'll reset this and come over here and reset the loop and play the end of the block. This could be used for anything, any kind of looping montage system you want, as long as the end montage has the break, so you can get out of the loop. Now, if you're not trying to have a loop system, and we can carry on to the false. To the false here, we're just going to check if our character's falling. If he is, we're gonna leave his state as falling. So if he played the montage and you had it set up where your character falls and you change his state to falling, we don't want to change his state again. So like let's say he's dead even, and the character just died on this montage or something, and he's dead. You can go down this branch and just reset that he's no longer playing a montage, but don't set it back to idle. So you don't want to go back into default mode. You want to keep your current character state. So this will kind of skip that. We just reset the do once. You just drag this back to the reset. So then we can play another montage. But we're going to check to see if there's an actual combination queued up right here. If we've come in and summoned this next montage to play. If we have, then we're gonna get the montage. We're gonna get the keys, and we're gonna get the next index to play. So how many montages do we have queued up? Well, we want to play them in order, so we're gonna get 0, and we're gonna find it out of the montages to play. We're gonna then see if it's still valid. See if like there's no problems with this montage. Like, did we end up summoning a blank combination? Because that would run into errors. If it's not valid, we're gonna just set the combination counter back to 0 because it's no longer valid. So you don't need to combo it. If it is valid, we get the next character state. So if he was blocking, or if he's dodging, or whatever this next combination is, we set the character state to. So now we know what the character is doing, and then we play this montage, and we carry in this play next combo. There was a reason why we carried it in again, is so we can summon it up here, because remember, this delay is now done. There's no other montages playing, so it's gonna fire as a new montage. So it's gonna go this way instead of this way, and it's gonna hit this counter and cancel it right here. So this is where you've now canceled this second montage and added it to the combination and played it. So you just summon it right here, and this will fire this event again. So this is how you make a complex montage player. There is some cool things you can do alongside of this. So with the play speed, you can jack the play speed up. Like instead of being 1, you can play it at like 100 times faster, and set this global dilation. You could set the global dilation down. So if you want to play in high speed and you want everything else to be in slow motion, you can connect this right here and control the global speed of everything, but you're going to play the montage at a much faster rate. So you're going to be moving really, really fast while everything else moves slow. So it's going to make everything go slow-mo, and you should be at a normal speed. Now you can even freeze the game by going something crazy like that, adding zeros to it. This will freeze everything around you and make you move to be able to play like a mad crazy dash or something. This is added right there if you needed it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully this wasn't too complex for you. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the day.